Peace be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Zarina Abdulaziz, attorney and international human rights activist on behalf of Strengthen MMDA Intellectual Movement. I would like to make this video presentation to request His Excellency the President of Sri Lanka, Mr. Ranil Wickramasinghe, to dissolve the committee appointed by former Justice Minister Mr. Ali Shabri to advise him to amend Muslim Marriage and Divorce Act and also to discard the report which was submitted by the said committee. I would like to emphasize the reasons why I made this request. Since MMDA is a personal law based on Islamic religious principles, the Muslim community is not satisfied about the capability of the members in the committee to make decision about MMDA. I request to discard the report submitted by the above said committee for the following three reasons. Number one, the report contains few recommendations which were not comply with Islamic religious principles. For example, making the mandatory requirement of consent of a wali at an Islamic marriage as optional, appointing female qazis, abolish the polygamy. Number two, some recommendations have the potential to lead the community in a new plight. For example, fixing the age of marriage as 18 without proviso, degrading the quasi system and granting the jurisdiction to district court. Number three, few recommendations were made with an intention to remove the identity of Muslim community for representing their uniqueness and the privilege they own as equal citizen of the nation from the pre-independent era. Example, remove the name Qazi and bring the system under the title of marriage conciliators. I would like to bring your kind attention that chairperson of the committee appointed by former Justice Minister Mr. Shabri Halimdeen and one of the member of the above said committee, Sheikh Arkam Noor Amit, also the General Secretary of the Ceylon Jamiatul Ulama, have publicly disclosed to media recently the fact that the committee did not make its recommendations independently. He further said that there were few decisions made by the cabinet ministers which had negatively impact on recommendations made by the committee. This is where the Muslim community suspects that these proposed amendments were forced under the one country, one law agenda, which is against to the democracy. Also, the supporting evidences and statistics reports used to confirm the failed quasi system from prominent Muslim women organizations was not reliable, because these Muslim women organizations funded by several donors, including the Sweden-based donors called Diakonia, the organization founded in 1966 by 5 Swedish churches, who is responsible bodies which is Uniting Church in Sweden and Swedish Alliance Missions. And also the Musawa, applying the feminist right-based lenses under gender equality into disproportionate interference in divine Islamic principles and Sri Lankan Muslims' absolute right of freedom of religion. Considering the above, I request His Excellency President Ranil Wickramasinghe to discard the report submitted by the above mentioned committee, which is not reflect the aspiration of Muslim community, which is not reflect our democracy. Thank you very much.